All right, class in session. We're going to see how Brian Higgins. This is part two of Brian Higgins. Same thing. I just we're just moving on from where I left off. Showing how beta male text. We're going to learn how to text right. And we're going to learn how not to be a beta male. This is weakness. These texts are terrible. This whole conversation is terrible. This man should not be participating in this. His friend is in a monogamous exclusive dating relationship with Karen Reed at the time, and he's going behind him, and are they buddies? They're friends. They're more than acquaintances. They're in the same social group. You don't do this. That's a scarcity mindset, and you can see from his text he's got a lot of insecurities and weakness. So let's continue. And I had to put my phone down to get this remote to work, but I'll keep picking it up. Try to make it.
I said, I have no kids. How am I like you? ? Hello. And defendant responded, aren't we alike? I responded, I think so. So why did you get my number and reach out to me? And I think the defendant put a question mark on that bubble, I believe.
Real quick. Okay, so sorry about the phone deal. What we are? Let's see. She says because this is so out of left field. So he's confused. Oh my God, where do these feelings come from? He's making way too much of this. She's just flirting a little bit. She's not even being overt. And then I just think you're like me. So that could be friend. And that's why he's confused. Meaning? And then she changed the subject. We went over that already. I have no kids. How am I like you? Hello? Aren't we alike? She goes, look at how deft women are at the power game. She doesn't answer his questions. She answers the question with the question. And then what's he do? He answers her question. See, this is where you get run as a man. And I'll explain it. I'll talk a little slower so you know, guys. Okay, so in any conversation, in any interaction, there's always a power dynamic going on. There's always someone holding the frame of the conversation, okay? The one holding the frame usually is the one asking the questions. Now that's a clear indication. So, let's see. Where did these feelings come from? Okay? Does she answer that question? No. She does, I just think you're like me. She didn't answer that question. Meaning he asked another question. She asked a question. She's not, who's leading this? Then what's he say? He responds to her question. So when she asks the question, now the conversation turns to where she wants it to go. She's the leader. That's why I hope you understand this, because it is kind of complex. But this is how women don't need to be taught this. They do this naturally. That's why you don't argue with a woman. That's why you don't text as much with a woman. Because a lot of times you don't realize you're getting clowned, but she's clowning you. And he says, hello, aren't we alike? She says. Once again, the person asking the question is the one leading the conversation. Does he answer the question? Oh, I think so. I don't know, So, anyway, let's keep. And then he says, so why did you he wants to know why, basically, let me train it. Why did you get my number and reach out to me or whatever? What he wants to say, what he's unwilling, he's too bitch to say is, did you get my number to have sex with me? Because I really want to have sex with you. I hope you got my number, and that's what he's stressed. The translation, he wants to know, are we just friends or are we banging? Because I want to bang. But he doesn't have the balls to ask that. So why did you, instead of asking it direct, and she's going to see that as weakness. She knows, look, guys, I'm going to give you some advice too. Be direct. You need to be respectful, but be direct, okay? There's nothing wrong with they're two grown adults. She reached out to him, and if he wants to ask about sex, hey, are you contacting me so we can have sex together? And beyond, I'd like to do that. Let's say he did that. I don't think he should because she's in a committed relationship. My point is, he can be direct and be respectful. Let me be clear on this though, guys. You being indirect is not fooling her. She knows what you want. She knows exactly what she's doing it on purpose. She knows this guy wants to bang her. 100%. She knows what that question is. She knows before she even texted him that he wants to bang her. Big time. She knows she's hot. And she's probably seen whatever, but she knows. So you not asking and you beating around the bush like this is ruining your credibility. It's ruining her attractiveness and arousal to you because you're unwilling to be assertive and direct. Anyway, let me keep going. I'll pick the phone up in a minute. Give me a second.
Or I might have, I don't know.
Now, that conversation as far as you asking her about why she reached out to you, how often was that question asked by you? Before she texted?
Well, the extent of the actual communication via text between the defendant and I was between January 12th and January 29th when John passed. On the 28th and 29th, the 28th I sent a text as we spoke
So 2
about
weeks.
before when we were at the waterfall. That text didn't respond. There was a text sent by the defendant to me the next day. So in that time period between the 12th and the 29th, there was 9 days that the defendant and I exchanged text messages.
And she was having some issues with John.
With that being said, those text messages, I don't believe, were every day, consecutive days. There was 9 days in between the 12th and the 29th.
She was putting you on deck, dude, in a very backward role. She's just flirting.
As far as that,
She was not that interested, trust me.
Told you to her, why did she reach out to you? Was that something that you asked once or more than once?
Yeah, I asked it more than once, and during the pendency of this communication, I was basically trying to suss out what the intentions were of the defendant.
He wanted to know if he could
Was
bang
the
her.
defendant interested in me?
Right.
Was she at the end of her
Why didn't you
relationship
ask?
with John? Was she trying to weaponize me against John?
And your bitch ass did not ask her a damn question like that. Be direct. You were beating around the bush like a beta male does, guys. Did you see anywhere? I mean, anyway, you can see the last video I did. He never asked her, why did you reach out to me? No, what are your intentions with me? You have a man. I don't want to get in the way of your man. Are you leaving your man? Are you trying to use me to get him mad at him? That's not what I'm here for. You know, let's make up an. I'm John Smith. I don't do that. If you're leaving your man, we can see about dating. I would like to date you. So leave your man. You got 2 weeks to get your crap together, and then we'll see about this stuff. You leave stuff, guys. He's not leaving. He's acting like, you know. Here, let me change this all real quick.
Put me in the middle. There was numerous things.
You
that
put
were going
yourself
on.
in the middle.
And that's what I was trying to vet out or suss out.
Yeah,
whatever you wanna
indirectly,
call it.
like a bitch.
But I was having a hard time accepting what was happening.
So if I could direct you to the next page, page 28. And again, sir, if you could read from that page.
So I'm in the blue bubbles. Shoot straight with me. Defendant responded, I told you. I just think we're alive. Right? couple question marks.
So that's a
Responded,
yeah.
Yes. Agree. Now what? Defendant responded, I don't know.
Ha
I said, shouldn't you know?
ha
Defendant responded, do you like me? I said, yes.
ha.
From jump.
Hold on.
Defendant said,
When was jump? Hold
I
on.
said, first time I saw
Hold
you.
on.
Defendant responded,
Hold on.
when was that?
Oh my
I
God.
said,
Hold on. All right. He's falling in love here, guys. Oh God. Wait, I gotta. Okay. Do I gotta go back up? God dang it. Let me see if I can. Hang on. This is good. Hold on. God dog it. I'm sorry. We get fixed. All right.
And again, sir, if you could read from that page.
So I'm in the blue bubbles. Shoot straight with me.
Okay. I'm gonna stop
The
right
defendant
there.
responded.
Okay. All right. So, this is terrible, by the way. First of all, be direct. Here's how you be direct. Hey, you reached out to me. Why'd you reach out to me? Because why'd you reach out to me? I said this to my high school girlfriend. We got back to my high school girlfriend, my first love, and she reached out to me several years ago. And I was so glad she did. And she wanted to come see me. She lived in Atlanta. She wanted to come to Houston. And I was like, whoa, okay, all right. Because I was really in love with her, first girlfriend. So, and she was driving here from LA. And I said, are you coming here to have sex with me? Straight up. Or I said something to, are we having sex when you get here? Or is this, basically I said, are you coming here to have sex? And it was because I remember her response. She said, within 15 minutes of the conversation starting, you're going to ask me that? I said, absolutely. That's what I do. She's like, you're crazy. Da, da, da. Anyway, we ended up having sex, but I asked very direct, because I'm not going to waste my time. And he's wasting. Okay, so a man is assertive. So instead of saying shoot straight with me, that's indirect. He just say, look, why'd you reach out to me? Are you wanting to? And are you wanting to fuck or what? Because I want to fuck you. That's what you say, guys. Now you pushed her into a corner so she can't play with you no more. Because she's playing with him like a little cat does a ball. Hey, you know? Because when he said shoot straight with me, she does anything but shoot straight. I told you, I just think we're alike. Look, guys, when a woman wants to bang you, she'll find a way to bang you, right? That is intentionally ambiguous right there, right? And by the way, she asked another question, so she's going to redirect the conversation. So he says, yes, I agree. And as I sit there, I'm like, what did he just agree to? That they're alike in politics? I mean, and then he says, guys, is he leading? He should lead. Well, and I've done this before. So when she says, I told you, I just think we're alike, right? When she says that, he's like, yeah, I think we're alike. We both want to fuck each other. See, I'm gonna, but anyway, you got to be raw like this. This is how you talk to women. I swear to God, you talk to them like that. There's nothing wrong with it. You're being honest. And now they can say yes or no, okay? But that's what he should have said. But because you need to lead stuff. He said, well, we're alike, we need to get together and bang. I'll say bang, whatever. But he said, he defers to her. Now what, mommy? And she said, because she's not a leader. You're not leading, lead it. Hey, we're going to have to be careful. Hey, let's just say he wanted to be a little bitch and get around her current boyfriend. And we're going to be careful, make sure John doesn't find us banging. Come to my place at 4 on Friday. And if she says yes to it, you're good. If she says no to it, she doesn't like you. But I could already tell she doesn't like him. Because the girl would have made it clear. Shouldn't you know? No. He should know. He should know. He should lead it. You lead it as a man. It's not her job to lead it. And then she said, well, like a little girl, do you like me? By the way, that doesn't further this conversation at all. She's playing. She's like a cat playing with a piece of yarn with him. Do you like that? I mean, she just wants some validation, if anything, there. Okay? And then so let's see. Shouldn't you know? And then do you like? Yes. And he gets all fucking into from jump. Dude, calm down, bro. From jump. When was jump? When I first saw you. First time I laid eyes on you. He's falling. Dude, he's wet. Now his thirst is showing bad. That's terrible. Do you like me? You don't answer that question. Just say, hey, let's get together something Monday and bang. Come over at 7. Let's get together Monday and fuck, okay? I'll fuck the crap out of it. I'm trying to be YouTube friendly. But I'll bang your brains out. Come over Monday. That's what you do. You lead. And women are not. And I got another video I just did today, or it was actually yesterday because it's morning. And the girl said, we've seen women be very sexual. You're not going to offend their lawyers. So let's keep going. And I won't go too much longer. And I'm going to get the remote fixed. Don't worry.
I just think we're alike, right? Couple question marks. I responded, yes, agree. Now what? Defendant responded, I don't know. I said, shouldn't you know? Defendant responded,
first time I saw you.
I said, yes, from jump. Defendant said, when was jump? I said, first time I saw you. Defendant responded, when was that?
Hillside, for sure.
Hillside. for your sure.
If I could direct your attention to the next page.
Thirst trap.
If I could ask you to read from that, sir.
So again, I'm in the blue bubbles. Hillside for sure. When were you interested?
Oh my God.
Defendant responded, I don't know, you're just my type.
Oh my
I
God.
responded, you think you can handle me? I
Oh
thought you
my
were happy.
Okay, hang on. All right, here we go. Let's see this beta male. This dude. You lead it to sex and you be direct. Especially if she's got a man and she's going behind her man, you can go very direct. Okay? Hillside for shit. When were you in, it doesn't matter. And by the way, you should be a confident man when she first saw your ass. Just like when you first saw her ass. You know, he's like surprised, you know? You're just my type. She is dance. You're just his type of what? Like friend? You know, she's being ambiguous. You know, no. They would say sexy, you're just so damn sexy. They would say something like that. She's not, you think you can handle me? That is, dude, that's lame. She by the way, his thirst is given away. She knows he's a little beta bitch. She knows she can handle him. She knows he's going to be a premature ejaculator. I'm serious. I thought you were happy. Well, I know someone who won't be, and that's her boyfriend. That you're trying to go behind his back. This is little bitch behavior. How do you know if I'm happy? She didn't say yes or no. This is all ambiguous. She wants to keep his attention. And this is what women do. They're kind of alluding that they're interested. Hey, how did you know I'm not happy? You know, she never said she wasn't happy. She never said she was. I just assumed. Okay? Are you to handle? What do you like about me? Oh my God. Guys, you should be, this is weakness. What do you, let me read. I like that you're a good boy. You're a good boy and no, you're not ugly. Come on, man. I just feel like you're from my neighborhood. Ooh, isn't that sexy? Yeah, ditto. Come on, y'all. I mean, this beta bit, like, dude, no. You assume, what do you like? You never ask what they like about you. They like everything. Confidence is calm.
Defendant responded, how do you know if I'm happy? I said, I just assumed. Defendant responded, are you hard to handle? I may have put a question mark. Then I said, what do you like about me?
Yeah, are you hard to, she's
I just
feeding
feel like
his
you're
ego.
from my neighborhood. I said, yes, yeah.
And I think you're hot.
Defendant responded, and I think you're hot.
That has nothing, dude.
And if I could,
That's all. This is all manipulation, by the way.
if I could ask you to read from that, sir.
All right, hold on.
I'm in the blue bubbles again.
Okay. You really God, guys. When someone tells you you really think that? No, you know this. Because when a woman picks you, she wants to pick the best man that she can attain. And from her that's her hypergamous nature. She wants to pick the best man in the room. And here's him like, really? You think really me? Ugly old me? Really? Come on, man. I have always thought that about you. She knows, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. This like this is you should have learned this from high school. What? That you're hot, smart, witty, but didn't think you're interested. Cause I'm an insecure little weasel. Come on, bro. Witty? Yeah, she'll want to be witty. I mean, dude, you're going too hard, dude. Dude, you think I'm hot? Oh, well, I want to bang the shit out of you, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what you do. That's what y'all do. I'm available, I'm available Monday, 7. Come over, man. I will bang the ever crap out of you, girl. I'm banging you over the bed. That's what you say. They can take it. God, man. Yeah, meaning quick with a response. Witty. Tell me why you got my number and reached out to me. So, translate that question. Tell me, please, do you want to fuck me or not? Please tell me. I can't understand it from all these texts. I'm a little beta bitch that doesn't understand female nature and how they talk. Okay, so I know, but no, that's what he's saying. Tell me why you got my number. He's asking, do you want to fuck me? I want to fuck you. Do you want to fuck me? He's like, did you get my, basically saying, did you get my number to fuck me? That's what he wants to know. Okay? And she knows the proper response. She knows that he wants her to say, she knows he wants her to say, I got your number to fuck you. But she's not saying that because when a woman wants to bang you, they'll find a way to bang you. And she's not trying too hard to find a way to bang him. She's just stringing him along here. Women that are attention whores know how to keep your attention. They'll, just like the hot thing, she reels them in. You're hot. Now I think she can get laid again. He's going to start talking to her again. No, you got to be direct. So she has nowhere else to move. 7 o'clock Monday. If you really think I'm that hot, I'll come show you how hot I am in my bedroom. Let's go, girl. So, apartment 222, whatever, you know? I mean, seriously, and and if she's down for it, she's down for it. You know? And how does she answer? Tell me why you got my number and reached out to me. Now, it should, and he would hope that she would say, because I really want to go to your place alone. That's what he wants, something like that. But what'd she say? Just thought we were the same, from the same neighborhood. I mean, that is not sexual at all. She's playing with them, guys. Hold on one second. I'll keep it.
Really think that?
We'll go a little longer.
I've always thought that about you. Defendant responded, what? I responded that you're hot, smart, witty, but I didn't think you were interested. Defendant responded, witty. I responded, yeah, meaning quick with a response. Tell me why you got.
I'll do one more page here.
To me. Defendant responded, just thought we were the same / from the same neighborhood.
I
responded, are you afraid to say what's on your mind? What's in your mind?
Oh God, dude. So he's like, are you just afraid to say you want to fuck me? Bro, your thirst is coming off big. Bro, let me, guys, listen, write this down right now. Write this down right now. When a woman wants to bang you, she will find a way to bang you. Is she finding a way to bang this guy here, guys? There is no question when a woman wants to bang you, by the way. If she really, really, really wants, if she had it in her mind, like he asked just now, you're afraid to say what's in your mind? Oh no, when they want to bang you, they're not afraid at all. Absolutely not. Because they know you're going to say yes. She knows you'd say yes to the heart. You don't think she knows what you want to do, bro? You asked it 10 times. You don't think she knows? Since she's been 18 years old that men have wanted to do this to her? I mean, I'm saying it respectfully. She knows. She's a grown woman. That's why she's playing with you. Stop asking the question and either make it happen or don't. That's how you get these girls off the fence, though, guys. 7 o'clock Monday, my place. Let's bang. I'll bang the hell out of you. You coming over Monday at 7? Now, the reason that works, all you've done is ask her, ask her for sex, whatever. You've asked her to come over to have sex, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You might get a no. A lot of times guys are afraid to take a no. But when she says no to that if she says yes to that Monday at 7, great. Now you know you don't have to keep asking questions on these texts. You don't have to keep testing. If she says no to that text and doesn't leave with another date, now you know this was all bullshit right here. You gotta lead it. You gotta direct her to where you want to go. And quit being indirect, guys. You gotta I can't stress enough. We'll do one more page. No, we'll go. Sorry, keep it
on. Defendant responded, no, didn't I? No, didn't I? Question mark.
Sir, if I could turn your attention.
Look how good she is. She knows she didn't.
I'm glad I'm in the blue bubble again. I'm glad I stopped by. I should have come earlier. Do you really live in Mansfield?
Do you really live in Mansfield? Yeah, I was told, dude. And that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I was basically begging you. She's just flirting with a buddy. You don't have to beg me. You don't have to beg me. Now he's showing his thirst. He's getting all happy. He thinks, huh? When he said bed, she's a little worried now. I will give you whatever you want. How are you texting right now? Ugh. Leaving me. See? Yeah, now he's getting upset. This dude. Oh, ugh, leaving me hanging. Dude, you don't do 4 texts in a row. And this is important. This is important. This will also tell you who's more interested, guys. And this, okay, he's the blue. Are there more blue bubbles? And you'll know, and go back if you want and look at her bubble, like her, she's white. How many are there more blue bubbles than the black and white bubbles of hers? Way more of his. This means he's more interested. And a man should never be more interested. You see that? That's how you can tell power dynamics.
Defendant responded, I was basically begging you. I responded, you don't have to beg me. I meant to say beg. Defendant responded, huh? I said, I will give you what you want.
Because I'm a thirsty little bitch.
And I said, leaving me hanging. Defendant responded, no.
Kids, you take care of kids.
I typed kids and then kinda. Defendant responded, how am I texting? And I began to say, is everyone asleep?
As far as the communication from the defendant indicating
is everybody, he's basically wanting to know, where's the guy, where's your
That
boyfriend?
she wanted me to come over?
and if I could turn your attention
Hold on.
to the next page.
Hold on. What was that? I gotta go back to that.
I typed kids and then kinda. Defendant responded, how am I texting? And I began to say, is everyone asleep?
As far as the communication from the defendant indicating, I was basically begging you, what did you take that to mean?
Oh yeah, never mind.
That she wanted me to come over?
And if I could turn your attention to the next page, 32.
Dude, this was our last one.
That page as well.
So it starts off with the defendant saying,
Okay, but
I just
Hold on.
wide awake on my phone. Yes.
hold on, real quick. Okay, well, real quick. There's more blues than there's. Once again, he's texting more. I'm just wide awake on my phone. Translation: I'm bored, and you're giving me attention, guys. I'm bored, and you're giving me attention. That's why I added you to my contact list tonight. Yes, they are asleep. I should have stayed. LOL. So he's throwing that out there to see if she'll say you should have, and we could have gone in the back room and banged, right? So now what? Okay, I should have stayed, Ella. So now what? So he's basically saying, when can I give you this dick? That's what Yes, and she says, she doesn't answer. Once again, doesn't answer the question. She's good. Does she ever answer the question? No. That would have been distracting. So now what? Yes, again. And once again, he wants, that question is, when can I give you this dick? And he should just ask her that. Seriously. And then now, and she says, now what? This is a woman. This is what women do, guys. Because we have a sex drive, and he's very turned on by her. So he's very interested in banging her. And women's, if they're really interested in you, when a woman want to bang you, now what? So when she says now what? She's just passing time, dude. And he thinks this is all serious. He doesn't realize that he's on a whole other level that she is. This doesn't, mean much to her. And so she's like, now what? What do you mean now what? And he's like, balls in your court. What do you... Hold on. I'll be right there. Hold on. Here we go.
I said, I should have stayed, LOL. So now what? Question mark. Defendant said, yes, you should have. I responded, that would have been distracting. So now what? So no, what? And then I said, now. Defendant said, now what? Question mark. I responded, balls in your court.
Here we go.
Defendant
This
said,
is good.
What?
All right. What do you want now? Guys, hello. Listen to me right now. This is so good learning moment. What do you... Finally, and she's lost respect. Finally, she balls up and says to him, what do you want? Okay? Now, guys, here's your answer. You answer that direct. She's testing you, whatever. You answer that directly. And you don't be afraid of what her response is. When she says, what do you want? A man is assertive and direct. He's not indirect. So she would respect you more if you say, because she already knows what you want anyway. What do you want? And he should say, I want to come over and bang you. Or I want to bang you on Monday. I want to bang you right now. I want to give you the dick, That's what he needs to say. But what does he say? Oh, that's a loaded question. I don't know how to answer that. Oh my God, that's a loaded. Weak ass. Guys, weakness is detested. You got to get all that weakness out of your system. You can't be afraid, and I've had other videos, you have to unapologetically ask for sex when you want sex. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to keep going.
I responded, loaded question. What do you want? Question mark. Defendant responded, I asked you! Exclamation.
Yeah. So, again, there's a little stalemate. And she knows that she's just stringing him along. I asked you. Nope, you initiated this. I mean, and by the way, guys, it's not her job to make sure sex happens. It's not. It's yours. It's the man's job to lead everything to lead it to sex. You need to have the skills. He doesn't have the skills. Because let's say she does. I mean, there's an outside chance. I don't think there's an outside chance she may have, but he's got to say it. He never said it. I don't think she would. Nope, you initiated this, and if a woman wanted to bang you, she would have found a way to bang you, right? I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. I'm gonna do a part 3, but there's a lot of gems. Go back and listen to my advice, though. Once again, how many blues are there? Who's got the power? When you're whoever's asking the questions, leading the conversation, whoever has the more bubbles, leading the power. Men, be direct, assertive, and goal-directed. Don't be afraid to get no. Don't be afraid to be direct when asking about sex. Don't be afraid to be respectfully be clear on unapologetically asking for or saying you want to have sex. Okay. All right, guys. See you on the next one.